10 Stoic ways to stop overthinking. Stoicism. Overthink can easily become a mental trap that consumes our energy, clouds our judgment, and prevents us from living in the present moment. Whether it's worrying about future events, dwelling on past mistakes, or imagining all the possible negative outcomes, overthinking robs us of clarity and peace. Fortunately, Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control, offers powerful tools to break free from this cycle. In this video, we'll explore 10 Stoic ways to stop overthinking and regain mental clarity and tranquility. 1. Focus on what you can control. Dichotomy of control, the Stoic philosopher. Epictetus introduced the concept of the dichotomy of control, the idea that life is divided into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. Overthinking often arises when we focus on things beyond our control, such as the reactions of others or external events. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to redirect our attention to what we can influence: our own thoughts, actions, and responses. Actionable advice. When you feel overwhelmed with overthinking, pause and ask yourself, can I control this situation? If the answer is no, let it go. Focus your energy on what you can change too. Live according to nature, accepting the flow of life. The Stoic principle of living according to nature means accepting things as they are and aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life. Overthinking often occurs when we resist the way things are unfolding. Instead of fighting against reality, Stoics encourage us to accept that life is full of uncertainty and unpredictability. Actionable advice. When you start to overthink, remind yourself that not everything is within your control. Embrace uncertainty as part of the human experience. Trust that life will unfold as it is meant to. Point 3. Practice mindfulness, being present. Overthinking often pulls us away from the present moment, causing us to get lost in the past or future. Stoicism teaches us the value of being mindfully present, focusing on the task at hand and experiencing life without unnecessary mental distractions. Actionable advice. When you catch yourself overthinking, ground yourself in the present. Focus on your breath, observe your surroundings, or engage in a simple activity like walking or cooking. This will help you return to the now and let go of distracting thoughts. For reframe. Negative thoughts, cognitive reframing. One of the most effective Stoic strategies for managing overthinking is cognitive reframing. The practice of changing the way we perceive a situation. Overthinkers often dwell on worst-case scenarios, exaggerating potential problems. Stoics encourage us to reframe these thoughts and view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Actionable advice. When you find yourself spiraling into negative thoughts, pause and ask, what is a more rational or productive way to view this? Reframe your thinking to focus on solutions, not problems. 5. Embrace the power of negative visualization. Premeditatio. Malorum. Stoic philosopher Seneca practiced an exercise called premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization, where he would imagine the worst possible outcomes. This may seem counterintuitive, but it serves to diminish the fear of the unknown and helps us prepare for challenges. Actionable advice. Instead of overthinking future scenarios, try to visualize the worst-case outcome. This can help you realize that even if things don't go as planned, you can still handle it. By acknowledging potential difficulties, you can reduce the anxiety that fuels overthinking. 6. Control your emotions. Practice self-mastery. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is emotional self-mastery. Overthinking often arises from emotional reactions: fear, frustration, or anxiety. Stoics believe that we should not let our emotions control us. Instead, we must learn to control our emotions through reason and reflection. Actionable advice. When you feel overwhelmed by emotion, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself whether your emotional reaction is helping or hindering your ability to think clearly. Practice deep breathing or other techniques to calm your mind and gain perspective. 7. Let go of perfectionism. Embrace imperfection. Stoicism teaches us that perfection is an illusion. The more we strive for perfection, the more we set ourselves up for frustration and overthinking. Recognizing that nothing in life is flawless can help us let go of the desire to control every detail and, in turn, stop overthinking every decision. Actionable advice: accept that mistakes and imperfections are part of the process. Instead of obsessing over every minor detail, focus on doing your best without expecting perfection. This mindset will reduce your need to overanalyze. 8. Use the view from above. Technique: the view from above is a Stoic exercise that involves stepping back and observing our problems from a larger perspective. By mentally distancing ourselves from the situation, we can gain a sense of proportion and clarity, making it easier to avoid unnecessary worry. Actionable advice: when you feel caught up in overthinking, imagine yourself rising above the situation, looking at your life from a bird's eye view. This exercise will help you see the bigger picture and understand that your current problem is often smaller than it seems in the moment. Point 9. Reflect on the transience of life. Memento mori, the Stoic practice of memento mori, or contemplating our own mortality, serves as a powerful reminder that life is short and time is precious. Overthinking can waste valuable time that we could otherwise use to live fully. By reminding ourselves of the transient nature of life, we can stop getting bogged down by trivial concerns and focus on what truly matters. Actionable advice: regularly remind yourself that life is fleeting. This simple reflection can help you refocus on what's important and avoid spending excessive time. Overthinking. 10. Cultivate gratitude, focusing on the positive. One of the most effective ways to combat overthinking is by practicing gratitude. Overthinking often stems from focusing on what we lack or what's wrong in our lives. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we have and what we can be thankful for. This shift in perspective can help us stop dwelling on negative thoughts and find peace in the present moment. Actionable advice: start a daily gratitude practice. Take a moment each day to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. This simple exercise can help you reframe your thoughts and reduce the tendency to overthink. Conclusion: overthink is a natural human tendency, but it doesn't have to control your life. By adopting Stoic practices such as focusing on what you can control, living according to nature, reframing negative thoughts, and cultivating gratitude, you can break free from the cycle of overthinking and live a more peaceful, focused life. Remember, the Stoic path is not about avoiding challenges or difficult thoughts, but about learning to handle them with grace, clarity, and self-mastery. By applying these 10 Stoic principles, you can transform your mental habits and regain control over your thoughts,